Thanks for tuning in to the THP screening application demo. After receiving an invite in your email inbox, you'll be able to confirm your CommCare account and log in to the CommCare platform to reach this application landing page. If you're only a part of one team, you'll be automatically logged in working as your particular username. If you're someone who might have multiple logins in order to work with multiple teams, you would click this Login as tile to then select your appropriate user to log in with. I'll click the THP screening application in order to proceed to the app. Only members of the ESD agency will see the Household Data Releases module, but everyone will see these three to the right. Quickly, I'll show that the ESD members can see cases across all districts as well as they can search more closely. In this circumstance, I already have a family that I'm going to look for the demonstration. And so here, Maria has not yet been released, meaning her data is only visible to ESD team members and not to the rest of the users of the application. But once she signs her release form, we're good to go ahead and release her. There will be a summary of all the households you selected, just one in this case, and then we can go ahead and submit that. And once it loads, we can now proceed to the transfer households. Again, anyone can see this module, and it allows you to look in the districts you're a part of. So for example, here I'm on the Burlington 1 team, which means I can see the Burlington district. If you just click submit, you'll see all the cases within your district or districts, but here I'm going to again search just so that I can more rapidly get to my case of interest. We see they're in the Burlington office and are not yet a part of a team. So now the Garcia family is just floating in the Burlington pool, but we need to assign them to a team in order for screening and follow-up to be completed. I'm going to transfer to a team within the district, and I'm going to transfer to my own team, Burlington 1. We can add a note here to provide more information about why we're putting that transfer in. I'll go ahead and submit. Now the Garcia family has been transferred into my team, so when I click on my team's households, I should be able to see Maria Garcia right here. There's a check mark for new transfer because she was transferred within the past 3 days, in fact, within the past 30 seconds or so. After 3 days, that check mark will fade. This just helps identify newly transferred cases. We would see potential marks here once screening is completed for at least one adult in the household. Screening complete will only be selected with a check mark once every adult in the household screening has been completed, whereas these referral and urgent safety need categories will receive an icon there if any adults in the family indicated a need there. Upon clicking on the household, we'll be taken to a page that indicates all of the members of the households. Here we can see 2 adults and 1 excited child. There's nothing filled out here because they have not yet been screened. I'm going to go ahead and screen Maria Garcia, but I wanted to mention, let's say we had realized we had forgotten that they had another child, or we know they have 2 children, but we don't yet see the child's icons here. We can click Add Household Members, and this will take us to a form that summarizes the current number of adults and the current number of children. We can say we want to add 1 child, for example, and add in a first name here and a last name and a date of birth. You can type it, or you can select it on the calendar. I'll go ahead and submit this. And now when I go back to my team's households and return to the Garcia household, we see that Lucy Garcia is now present there as well, so we're able to add a member. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the individual I want to screen, who is Maria. Clicking on Maria, we would see these filled out if we had already screened her and she indicated any needs there, but we don't need to see that just yet. Some of this will be auto-populated based on the information that ESD already has on the case, as we can see. This would often be populated as well, but let's say it wasn't populated yet. We want to fill it out. We can select an income source and an amount, and it will create the total here and compare it to whatever was reported to ESD initially, sort of that information we already have in the system, which might include income from other adults in the household. We don't have that here because this isn't a real case that we imported, but you might see that when you're in the app. We see a summary of the children and a bunch of yes/no questions, and some questions where you can select more than one at once, for example. And there are a lot of questions that are drop down, some yes/no. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I just wanted to mention that based on some that get selected, those referrals will be indicated. And so I'm not going to waste our time by going through all of these, but just so you know, each section is collapsible, so you can easily navigate around the form. And some are a free text where you can enter in your information there. Sometimes what you enter will cause other questions to pop up. For example, if you say you've called the ambulance service, you then answer, okay, how many times have you called that ambulance service in the last 3 months? And there's also the option to select who the household will be assigned to. I'm going to go ahead and select myself, ESD Burlington 1. I'm going to say the screening's complete, even though it's not yet, but just to show you what those check marks look like. I'll go ahead and submit. And now, when we go to My Assigned Households, we will see the Garcia household is there, and that the housing referral and hireability referral and BCCI referral are selected because of the answers that Maria indicated. We do not see screening complete because there's still another adult in the household that has not yet been screened. Clicking into the case, we can see that summary again. If we click on the individual, again, we're only going to see the individuals that we're assigned to here. We can see, this is why she was flagged for needing help with health. She needs mental health help. Or here she needs employment and landlord help, for example. And we can proceed to the screening form once more to revisit and potentially later do additional follow-up in potential other forms that will be revealed. But for now, we have these simple options in the THP screening application to help transfer cases onto teams and then perform screening and assign them out for follow-up. Thank you.